name's Pinkerton. We read Cannery by John Steinbeck. It was a great book.
It was good. It was weird, but it was pretty good.
It was random.
So some background about Steinbeck. He was born in Salinas, California. He was German and Irish. He learned to love reading and writing from his mother. He went to Salinas High School in Stanford. He was married 3 times and died in New York City in 1968 of heart disease and congestive heart failure at age 66. Why he wrote this book is it was kind of like for nostalgia. It was like nostalgic because his best times of his life were like in like Salinas and like in the area near Monterey, Cannery Row area. And it was his favorite part of California. And it was kind of about the camaraderie of just like friendship and stuff like that, and overcoming like superficial views and like what you see on the surface of people. So that was why he wrote it.
And it was about just like, I don't know, like random events basically, and how nothing ever really worked out. And they wanted to throw a party for their friend Doc because he did everything. Am I supposed to be looking at the camera when I do that?
A little bit.
A little bit? Okay. And they're supposed to be, and so they just want to throw this party for him because he's a really good guy. He does he helps everybody out. But they try to throw it and they end up just like trashing his house. And what? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Okay. And then it doesn't work out, and so they keep trying to throw him this party, and they end up throwing it.
Yeah, and just what happened along the way.
Yeah.
So.
And so people who have read the book say that Cannery wrote a simple, enjoyable story that takes you to another place and time. Steinbeck's tense prose, his meter, his eye for character and detail make the novella an exacting glimpse into the shared lives of small life community. I enjoyed the book for its sense of place, its quirkiness, and especially for Steinbeck's prose. Cannery wrote a sentimental in tone while retaining the author's characteristic social criticism. People by stereotypical good-natured bums and warm-hearted prostitutes living on the fringes of Monterey, California, the picaresque novel celebrates lowlifes who are poor but happy.
Okay, so what were you guys' like favorite parts of the book?
I like when they just finally throw in the party.
And everything.
So it's just like finally it works out, you know?
Yeah, I mean there wasn't like any passages that like stuck out because it was just kind of randomness, but
Yeah.
the best part was like at the end when the whole like everything like finally resolved because
Yeah.
the lack of plot like made the book drag on a lot.
Yeah.
Because it had like every other chapter would be like the main story of like Mac and Doc and all them, and then the other chapters would be like random about people living in Cannery Row or something like that.
Yeah,
And
but
just,
I like that.
I like that too. It kind of
was
kept
like
it
a break.
interesting. Could like change it, but they're sometimes weird. Cause
Yeah, there's like a lot of subplot.
yeah, and it's like because like sometimes it just talk about like I don't even know, just talk about like this like wife or man and his wife who like lived in a old boiler in
Yeah.
the field, or just kind of just like
Yeah.
just, like random and just kind of things like
It's
that.
kind of like,
Just,
yeah, refreshing.
And there was always new characters to like add a little bit
Yeah.
more. Like,
Interesting.
I
It's a little
also
more
agree.
interesting.
It was good too because like I guess it just changed up and it wasn't like I guess it's kind of like real life. It's not like everything's going
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
It's just different like people, yeah. So.
yeah, it's like real life, but it's hard to relate to because of the time period and like the strangeness of everyone too.
Yeah, all
they're
the
so,
characters are really strange.
so strange.
Yeah. Who were you guys' like favorite characters?
I like Doc because he was just such a nice person, and he just like, was so willing to help out everybody, and
Even if you didn't know much about
yeah, even if he didn't know them though, I don't know, he was just
Yeah.
very nice and willing
open
to
and
just
hospitable.
help them.
Hey. So I liked Mac the best. He was just kind of like he was a good guy, and he like I don't know, just cause like he tried hard, like especially like when they're trying to throw the party for
Yeah,
Doc.
that's true.
Like it didn't work out the first time. He still wanted to do it and stuff, and still wanted to fix it and make it better.
Yeah, I liked Mac because he wasn't like limited by how much money he made or anything. Like he was still a good character, like by
Yeah.
what his intentions were. Even though like if someone would see him from like an outsider's point of view, you see him like drinking all the time and then kind of doing nothing.
Yeah,
Not
kind of
really.
looks like a bum. but
Yeah,
he
not
really
actually a job or
because-
anything.
Yeah, they don't work or anything, but they still.
Mhm. But
Still
like,
good people.
yeah, he was,
Mhm.
yeah, a good character, just to know and stuff.
Yeah.
I liked Hazel because he was named after a girl because his mom had too many kids.
That
And
was
she
silly.
forgot.
Yeah.
And he like always helped out Doc and stuff, and like I don't know, he was like a nice person. But and then it also talked about like how he like went to some school or something, and then he was too lazy to like pick up criminal habits, but he was like, I don't know, he was kind of like an interesting character because he had like a weird background.
Yeah.
What else could we discuss?
Oh, what do you guys not like about the book? Like, did you not
Just,
like
like,
it?
I don't know. It was like, I don't know, it was a different kind of book, which made it like interesting, but I don't know, it would have been better to have like more reason to things, like when Doc found the dead girl in the,
Yeah, there was just a lot of
It was-
confusing
and it never
parts
got
of the
resolved,
book
like I
that
didn't
never were
understand.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
There's a
like
lot of unresolved conflict.
Yeah, it's like
The
weird.
only thing that finally got resolved was the party, but everything
Yeah.
else was just left to
The
hang.
weirdest thing was just like when he went down to the beach and where did he go? He went to La Jolla. So
La Jolla.
whatever.
Jolla.
It's okay.
I don't know. But so he went to La Jolla and what was he getting? He was getting
He was
a jellyfish?
jelly. Yeah, it was a rare kind of jellyfish or something.
or
Shark.
octopus.
Octopus. It was an octopi.
Yeah. So he's getting much of this, and then he just sees like hair in the water, and just like there's
Yeah.
this girl, and just like weird. He was like
That was really weird.
frightened, and then
Yeah.
And then
this
it was-
guy just
yeah.
like walked by and like, did anybody die recently? And then someone like the guy just went to like the cops or something.
Yeah, he told him that he should just take the body and get the
Yeah.
ransom because he was so like frightened by the image. And that was
Yeah.
just a
Yeah.
weird like.
Because the other guy was just like, he just basically wanted money. He was just like, oh, there's a ransom. He's like, oh, he like wanted.
Yeah,
to get
he
the
wasn't,
money.
like-
Doc was like, I don't.
Well, because
don't
Doc's
even
like,
care.
you know, a good person.
Yeah, he's not. He just was like, it's just weird to turn in a dead body to get money, and it's like just someone sitting in the water, like.
Yeah,
Mm,
like
but-
Doc more cared about like who it was and what the problem was.
Yeah, it was
instead
just
of
like-
being like making a
Yeah.
profit
it
from it.
Made it so it's like it wasn't even like a person. It was just kind of like a thing.
Yeah,
just-
it was like an item almost. Like it was, I don't know. Maybe it had to do with his collecting or I don't know.
Yeah. But,
Like it was weird.
yeah.
So that was like one of the themes I thought was like how there was always some kind of bad or evil within the good. So
Yeah.
he was on like a collecting trip and then randomly finds a dead body.
Yeah.
So that was just like a weird like, and then that also like the Mac and the boys always tried to plan a party and then it just went completely wrong. So that was just
Yeah.
like
And it was like,
a
yeah,
failed
just a
attempt
good
at something.
thought.
Like the
or
first time they're like,
just-
oh, okay, we're gonna go get these frogs for Doc to help them. Then we're gonna make money so we can get them make a party, and then everything like he's late, and then
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
they're
They're all
at
just-
his house and they basically
and then this
trash
entire
his house.
this entire house
Just
just gets
destroying it.
ruined. And then rumors go around after too about how like they did it on purpose and how there was never even a party intention
Yeah.
and how they just like vandalized his house. So
Which is totally not true because they really like Doc and they just
yeah, exactly.
Just want to do a good
Yeah.
thing for him.
yeah, because he just helped everybody else out.
Yeah.
But
It seems
even-
like Mac always has good intentions and ends up hurting others.
Mhm.
Yeah, but even like the second party, I feel like even though it's considered like a success,
It was still
it was
like
still like they
trashed
trashed
his
the
Yeah.
whole house and everything. I thought
There was
it
even a
interesting
fight that broke out.
that- Yeah.
That's
That's like, I don't know, that's just like
outside.
a party.
Like the fight just like it was like outside,
it
like
was-
broke out, and then they ended up like coming to the party and like
Yeah.
it was just everybody kind of had a good time. That's why.
Yeah, and then after the party, it even talks about how he was like hungover and he just went and bought more beer after. And he like,
Yeah.
they're like glad he had a good time, but he still like almost ended up more lonely like
Yeah.
after the party. It seemed
Yeah,
like.
that was
And the ending was really weird. There was
that
a
song
gopher
or that-
or something.
Yeah.
What was that?
Well,
They
I
go for
thought-
like
The
like-
gopher kind of symbolized like the whole book itself. Like it was talking about how